to thank the TV47 for hosting me in this morning cave. And I'm very happy that the TV47 has really cooperated with us to really nurture the middle level, the youth of this country. Thank you for that. And thank you to this station, the TV47.
All right.
My name is Patrick Muchemi. I'm the chief principal, Kabete National Polytechnic, and the oldest institution in the country, but the oldest TVET institution in the country. We celebrated our 100 years this year in July 31st.
Yeah. And
we are happy that you also cooperated with us during that celebration. And just 4 months down the lines, we are having our 5th graduation ceremony. And this 5th means when we were given the mandate to be a national polytechnic.
Okay.
So this is our 5th graduation.
All right.
We are having over 2,300 students graduating in various professions. And we are now just about to release those graduates to the economy.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. The theme for this year, Skills for Sustainability and Progress. That's a very good theme, if you ask me. But why this theme? What significance does it come with for this year?
Thank you. Our theme for this year's graduation is Skills for Progress, and that whatever we have, because we are seeing with the skills that we have given, they are supposed to, we are releasing these graduates not for ourselves, but for the economy. And these graduates are supposed to be active in our changing global economy, in the areas that we have trained them. So when we talk of sustainable is something that it is continued. They have to really also have continued acquisition of skills, but we have given them the very necessary skills to make sure that they can fit in our economy. So they are skills for sustainable development, simply because we are also training our graduates for the global world and for the changing technology, so that they are able to adapt with this changing technology.
All right.
Yeah.
So far, what kind of successes have you seen so far? Success stories, probably?
Okay. On success stories, let me start by Stanley. You agree with me that we are in CBET. At least our curriculum in the Republic of Kenya changed from what we were used to. We are now in CBET. And one of the things I've really seen a bit interesting, even in my teaching career, is now we have changed, and in developing the curriculum, we are working with the industry.
Okay.
So we are training, we are bringing the partner, the consumer. The consumer is with us in training.
Right.
So the consumer comes, who happens to be the industry. He comes when we are developing the curriculum. We develop the curriculum together. The consumer also comes, the industry, when we are implementing the curriculum. We implement, evaluate together. And come now to evaluation. We also involve them in evaluation. Meaning, this graduate we are releasing Stanley in the economy is supposed to fit in that environment that he has already been used to. As opposed to the past, whereby the curriculum used to be developed by a different body. And
then now you come to...
And then the institution used to be another stakeholder somewhere.
Okay.
So that the institution does its work in implementing that curriculum. The industry is not involved. And you could see that when the industry received those graduates, they could also complain. They could always complain. They could always start retooling them again. You see, and you're supposed to go and work. Then the industry starts by retooling you.
All right.
So I think it was, I found that one very interesting, and I want to thank the government of Kenya for that, because that initiative of training with the industry is key for our economy.
And it's definitely key because Kabete boasts to be the first TVET institution,
the grandfather actually,
to export engineering spare parts to China. Tell us about this and even what we expect, because right now you're having the January 2025 intake. Are we going to be seeing probably new courses Kabete National Polytechnic's presence being known even out of the country?
Thank you. On the issue of the production of those parts and exporting, I want to bring to the attention of the media that all our national polytechnics in the country, most of them are equipped with the state-of-art equipment. And sometimes when you are equipped with this state-of-art equipment, it means you are, if you do it very well, you are becoming an industry. So we have machines that, the CNC machine in our mechanical engineering, that can really shape anything. Anything metal can be shaped.
Wow.
So that, in fact, we are partnering with the industries so that we make it a production unit, even for the local market.
Right.
And those things are there, and a lot is to happen. As long as this idea of making the industry is part of us, it means we will not even use a machine that is outdated. We will be update with everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is a big day, fifth graduation.
Very big day.
Walk us through, I mean, the 2,300, first of all, the students, 2,300 students, their families, their friends are listening in this morning, and they'd really like to know what kind of a day tomorrow is going to be like. Who's the chief guest for tomorrow? What should be the takeaway home for those people who are going to be attending?
Thank you, and I want to start by congratulating the graduates of Kabete of this fifth graduation ceremony at the fifth graduation ceremony of Kabete National Polytechnic. I want to really congratulate the 2,300 trainees for making it to the end. And as our motto says, bidii na uaminifu. We want to release those students, wakuwe watu wa bidii na wakuwe watu wa kuaminika. So that they must be disciplined and people of integrity. So I really want to congratulate them as they join this economy. The day tomorrow, we expect our chief guest is none other than the Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Honorable Julius Migosi. That is the guest we expect to be our chief guest.
All right.
We also expect other dignitaries to be also attending, our development partners who have really partnered with us in Kabete. So we have invited quite a number, and we expect quite good attendance. And we also expect the 2,300 students have also their guests. So we are also expecting them, and we are really waiting for them.
All right.
Yeah.
And that whole bit of the kind of takeaway home, because the kind of speakers who are going to be speaking tomorrow, speak on the state of higher learning institutions, really. It's a thorn in the flesh in the country right now. From where you sit as chief principal of a very, very huge institution in this country, what are your thoughts about how, even as a country, we're heading towards the vocational training and what needs to be done even moving forward?
Thank you. Now, in vocational training, I want to really observe one thing, that there is an issue of unemployment to the youth. And the good thing, the problem is answered in employment. The problem is answered by us addressing this problem, is having some skills that we can offer to the economy. And I want to really appreciate my friend Stanley. If you see even the environment that we are in, most of the equipment, facilities, including the structure that you are in, they are all TVET. They are all TVET. So meaning in this economy, we are required in every corner and every environment. If we go to all those sectors, TVET is everywhere, including what we are wearing. Everything is TVET.
Yeah.
So what I would urge the youth to fill this gap of unemployment is to make sure that they really love this element of skills in this area of what our environment is offering, so that we can be able to answer. Because you realize even the world is also changing. So technology is also changing. Buildings that were there in 1950s are not the building we have currently.
Yes.
And the building we have currently will not be the building we will be having in 2080, 20 whatever. So meaning our economy is changing and growing. And that changing and growing, it means we are being accepted. We come in and we develop our economy with these skills. So with this, I would urge the youth to really like their areas of specialization, research on them, like them, and also be able to study any upcoming. By research, I mean they are able to study any upcoming technology so that you are able to change with the times. And if you are that way, this idea of unemployment. And
that is where I was heading to as well, because even as you also build on that, a bit of unemployment. So far, we've been having quite a number of graduations, and for a number of years, the conversation is always, okay, fine, you've won the gown, but then what next? The biggest question is always, what next? For this 2,300 students, for the theme skills for sustainability and progress.
Sustainability and progress.
What next for this 2,300? Are they getting out equipped that they know that, so are they looking for a job, or are they creating their own jobs?
Thank you. When we are doing the training for our graduates, we are able to really prepare them for even 70% of them. 70% of them.
Okay.
We target that we prepare them for self-employment.
Okay. Self-employment.
Self-employment. So because you look at our economy and the issue of employment, and if these 70% of our graduates are able to prepare for self-employment, the 30% is able to be absorbed by our economy. The government is also very keen on these international jobs, and then we are able to fit in those circles. This idea of employment could just add.
Well, sorry to cut you short, one of the biggest challenges that these young people will say is, I have the skills, I have amazing skills. If you give me this machine, I'll work on it perfectly. But I don't have the funding to do the self-employment you're telling me to do. So as a leader of an institution, how can these young people navigate this hiccup of funding, and how can they even actually source for it?
I agree that when you are starting it off, funding is an issue. But I also agree, even with me and you, Stanley, funding has always, money has always been an issue. Money has always been an issue. So I would urge these youth maybe to start in a smaller way, in a very small way, so that, for example, if you are doing a subject like hospitality, we started in a very small way. If you cannot get some job in a hotel, you can go maybe for some catering services. I can come, bake you a cake, yeah? And then you pay me. You see something like, you start in a smaller way and be patient. They also be patient. Number two, for those ones who can access maybe funding from our bank. Thank God I heard something about that issue yesterday. That's being encouraged by our government. Those who can access those funds in a smaller way,
right? And
they can really start up with, have a toolkit to start.
Right.
But what I would urge our youth, graduating youth, is to make sure that they really like their career, what they chose. I don't want to train you in a building, then I find you in hair cutting something or something in a hotel, doing something else. I want to see you in that building, because I believe within the next 10 so years to come, you will be the professional person in that area.
Most definitely. And I love the fact that you talk about this whole passion. And these are skills that are honed in the class. But tell us about these other skills that are not even in the classroom. The non-academic kind of skills, that these learners come out of, and you're really speaking to the thousands and thousands of parents out here and future students who'd want to be part of, you're having the January 2025 intake, so they're really keen on that.
Thank you. In fact, thank you, Stanley, because you have reminded me something that we'll also be doing that graduation ceremony. We'll be launching documents or launching policy guidelines on the recognition of prior learning.
Prior learning.
And by prior learning, we mean that we have people in the economy. We have people in the economy who have skills and they never went to school, and they can do it.
Right.
So we are urging those individuals. So if you see you have skills, you have never been in school, and you can bear me witness, we take our vehicles to garages. Some of those mechanics in the garage, they never went to class, they never went to that institution do mechanic. They just maybe left their levels of normal basic training, and then they went through the whatever they call the juakari.
So it's a whole refresher course kind of thing.
Is what we come and it's Kabete National Polytechnic is a qualification award institution.
Okay.
So we have the mandate to do the assessment and certify.
Okay.
So it means we have those guidelines and and the policy that we can come to the ground where the work is being done, do the assessment, and certify those people with the right qualification that the assessment brings out.
Interesting. Mushemi, I want you to take this opportunity, look at the camera in front of you, and invite people for the 5th graduation ceremony and wish them well, very briefly, then we'll be done.
Thank you. My name is Patrick Muchemi, the principal, Kabete National Polytechnic, and I take this opportunity to invite you for our 5th graduation ceremony at Kabete National Polytechnic on our road Wayakiwe. I want to take this opportunity to invite you Kenyans, the public, the graduates, and everybody so that we come and celebrate this ceremony with us.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick Muchemi, Chief Principal, Kabete National Polytechnic. I don't know, Muchemi, how your dancing skills are, so don't go too far because you're about to dance. That goes to all the parents out here. In case you are interested in having your learn a new skill, because you're really talking about the whole skills and all that. Have you been interested in having your learn, get this, ballet, as well as even modern dance, even as you're getting into the whole Christmas carols? Well, don't go too far, because after this short break, we'll be breaking a leg. Don't go too far.
We are practicing.